All right, thank you everyone for your patience this evening. Mr. Chair, you are live.
Okay, so I will now call to order then the meeting of the Architecture Review Board for Thursday, March 13th. If we could ask you to call the roll, please.
Chair Lavalley,
Here.
Member Parsons, Commission Liaison Cohn, Council Liaison Nyan,
Here.
Alternate Ratterman, Secretary Ritter.
Here.
Alternate Bartlesmeyer,
Present.
Vice Chair Jones.
Here.
Member Mann.
Here.
And we have a quorum.
All right, very good. The minutes were distributed. Are there any amendments to the minutes? If not, a motion to approve the minutes is in order.
Motion to approve.
Okay, thanks. Second. Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
All those opposed nay. The ayes have it. They are approved. The agenda, we have one item on the agenda which deals with a sign. I'm not aware of any other. What I do understand is it will require a voice vote, if I understand my notes here correctly. But before moving into that, I don't see anybody, members of the public, but the agenda calls for public comment. Are there any public comments? Aware of, we will move on. No online comments. We don't have anyone online that other than the
Chair,
petitioner.
we did have one person, one individual online. Let me just pull that up. All right, if anyone online would like to make comment at this time, please use the raise hand feature. Mr. Chair, I see no raise.
Okay, thank you. Old business, not aware of any old business unless anyone else is. That's on. We are on to new business and we will ask the staff to read in the case regarding Banyan Ventures.
Okay, Mr. Chair, members of this board, tonight we are here to review one new wall sign requiring variances from the Board of Adjustment. This new wall sign is to be placed on a commercial shopping center that has multiple tenants. And the variances being requested of the Board of Adjustment include an internal lighting source versus an external type that's required. Also, the sign would be on a cabinet versus individual pinned-on lettering. And finally, it would be flush mounted versus having one space between that cabinet and the wall of the building. So three variances. And according to our sign regulations, all signs requesting a variance must be reviewed by this board for your comments, suggestions, and recommendations. Tonight, we aren't requesting an action from you. We're just requesting those comments and suggestions, which the department will then draft up in the form of a memorandum and present it to you for your approval before submitting it to the board for their meeting. It should be noted the date on here is March 20th, but the Board of Adjustment meeting has since been moved to Monday, March 31st of this month. So it was rescheduled. The sign is to be located on a building located in northeastern Wildwood. This building is at the northeastern corner of Clayton Road and Strecker Road. So it has frontages on both and curb cuts on both. It is zoned C8 planned commercial district. And these and the signs on this building must follow the guidelines for C1 within that C8 planned commercial district. This is the sign in question located on that building. It is to be 20 square feet in overall size and 20 inches in height. These are within the city's guidelines for such or regulations. However, they are requesting that this sign be internally illuminated versus externally illuminated, like several other signs on the same building. And with that, it's going to be installed via a cabinet, which would be flush mounted on the building. It will otherwise follow the city's outdoor lighting regulations, including having a Kelvin that is 4,000 or less. They are proposing 4,000 Kelvin. And this is a rendering of what it would look like at night. So as you can see, there's a black dark backdrop, and then the lettering would be white in this instance. I did take a visit to the site, so you can see the surroundings. Unfortunately, the photos are pretty dark on this screen, but there are several other signs that also have a dark backdrop to them with lighter lettering. And I know this sign in particular is already internally lit. This is that same building, but looking in the eastern direction. Across the street, there's a landscaping business. This building is surrounded by all commercial uses. This is the internally lit sign that's currently on the building, and there's another one on that same area.
Can I just pause for a moment? Presumably, when that came before either us or somebody, it was a variance for them?
Yes,
Yes.
there have been 3 signs approved by variance at this, I'm not sure what happened here, on this building.
So wait, I have a question.
Yes.
So they used to be in this location, but I thought they moved down to the end of the center where the Remax office used to be. So is that sign, are they gonna be like 2 locations, or is this sign going away and they're replacing it with this one? Because now it looks like there's that one, this one, and the one they're proposing.
Well, isn't that gonna be the cat place?
Well, I think these are great questions for the applicant.
I think it
join
I think it
us.
is.
But these are the existing signs on the
Right.
building, because I just went over
Yeah.
there the other day.
Right by there.
I was by there today and they have a banner there right now.
Yes, there is a temporary banner
Temporary banner.
in that location of the sign.
Picture shows as if it's there, but I'm assuming somebody just did some.
Okay, couldn't tell that was a banner. So-
Yeah, on
So
this,
that I'm assuming will go.
somebody
away.
has photoshopped it or something, because what is there right now is a banner hanging there.
Okay. Yeah, I was driven by it, I didn't even realize it was a banner.
So that does conclude my presentation.
On the slide that you showed that had the calculation on it,
Yes,
can you bring that one up again?
yes, of course. Well, sorry about that.
The frontage allows 35.437, whatever it is, square feet of sign.
Yes,
Is that the total for all the signs on that frontage or for each individual sign?
for each individual sign.
Seems a little odd to me, and I'm just saying the way it was calculated, one would think it would be your portion of the frontage, not the whole frontage.
I can look into that as the applicant is making their presentation
Sure.
and provide any clarification you need.
Not that I think the sign is too big, I'm just saying that the calculation doesn't seem to make sense.
Well, at this time, I'll turn it over to the applicant. I will just make sure that those calculations are correct, and I'll provide any clarification to the board after they present.
So Mr. Allen is here for the applicant. correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, please proceed.
All right, so I don't actually think I'm going to be able to add too much more than was already presented in that report. That was very comprehensive and pretty much covered the situation. The applicant is looking to add an illuminated sign and is required to get a variance for it to be permitted. Were there any specific questions?
So it's a question regarding the property on the corner. When
Hmm.
it used to be years ago, the ice cream shop, and it looked like that sign was there, but isn't that supposed to be the cat kennel?
Yeah, the scope of my like engagement with the customer really only pertains to their current space that we're talking about. I'm not sure what the plans are on the other spaces in that building.
Have that space for a while over in the corner? I mean, there's a sign there.
Yeah, that would be a question for whoever is occupying that space. I'm not sure.
I mean, it did have against gravity sign over there.
But I think he's with the sign pertains, not with against gravity.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be a good question for against gravity. I'm just not sure. We don't get into that kind of stuff with our customers usually.
anyone, any questions, anybody?
Was
Comment?
there anybody from against gravity on there?
No, I'm basically representing them tonight.
You have a chance to, a few moments to get the
Yes.
information for.
I just want to clarify for the board that our understanding is, actually, I should bring up the picture so I can more easily explain. So our understanding is that they are taking those tenant spaces as part of their new business, and so they're
So they're
allowed
moving
to,
into 3 bays?
yes.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was what we were told is their frontage. So that's the top calculation, and then the bottom calculation just shows that the sign is lower than the maximum allowed.
Understood. The only other question that is outstanding is, from the photos, there was another against gravity sign on the octagonal portion of the building. Is that one going away or staying? He does not have the answer.
He
to
does
that.
not know.
Yeah, I don't have the answer to that, unfortunately.
I
Yeah, sorry.
have not been advised one way or the other, but I can certainly find out
I
and
would assume it's going away because they have moved. I mean, you can tell there's none of their equipment's in there.
Right.
It's the
Yeah,
other part.
and I went by and
Yeah.
that particular section is empty.
Right.
And they've got lights on and whatever in the against
Mhm.
gravity. And
We haven't been,
sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I was just going to say, we haven't been hired to remove any signage on this building. So I assume that the landlord or the next tenant coming in would be responsible for that.
And somewhere within our city staff, I don't remember if it was a meeting with the mayor or something somewhere else, I thought had been approved for this cat kennel place.
Hmm.
I believe we have a new tenant there and there are also regulations against having signs that are not relevant to the space there. And so therefore, either way, it would have to be removed if they are no longer in the space.
Can I ask, what is against gravity? What do they do? What is it?
Personal training.
Personal training, yeah.
Whole bunch of equipment in there. Training equipment. Any other questions or comments from anybody? It sounds like we don't have much to contribute for our
Looks nice.
recommendations.
Looks nice.
I'll make sure to summarize that real neatly. It's a memorandum.
Well, and internal lighting has been allowed
Yeah, I was gonna
on
say
that
the radio.
plaza
Yeah.
before, so. And I don't know the difference between the flush mount and the 1 inch out, like, I don't know that anybody would even notice that, like, I don't know why that's. would be
I
an
think
issue.
that's more for the pin.
It's more relevant
pin
to the
letter.
pinned on
Okay.
Do that, so it's kind
Or
of null and
halo
void.
sign, yeah.
It's kind of
But overall, it kind of looked consistent with other signs, the other signs that's there. I mean, Edward Jones is a little bit different. I don't think it's with the Edward Jones. Edward Jones, I know is a little bit different, but at least is it?
Salon.
Something, yeah, Salon is like that, and so it's,
Is the next bay down, next bay to the left, is that sign going away?
Are you talking about it looks like that might be a banner above the handicap sign?
that may be the banner that's there now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's until they get their other sign.
Okay, that's good, because I
Yeah.
was gonna complain about that, because it hangs down more than everything else. Complain.
I guess the only comment would be the banner goes away.
I think that's a given.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, board. We'll summarize that the best we can.
Get a clean bill of health,
Put too
Mr.
much
Allen.
time on that, okay.
All right, so we don't need to take any action. You've got the comments you need, correct?
Correct.
Okay, all right. No public comments. I'm make sure there's no public comments on this. Know what we're doing, so. So we have nothing else for the agenda. Our next meeting date will be April 10th if needed. What's the likelihood?
Pretty good. We already have an application.
Okay, just it helps to know kind of going ahead whether to hold that timing or whatever.
Absolutely.
Any closing remarks by anybody?
I would like to say something if I. may,
Please.
Chair. You will see at your seat, I've left you a little business card. It has a QR code on it. The city is in the midst of updating the master plan. And this is a survey that you can take online, takes about 3 minutes. It's just, what do you like about Wildwood? What don't you like about Wildwood? It's just the initial survey as we get going into this. There will be at least one more later on in the process, but we're also working on setting up a whole page. We have set up a page on our website, but we're gonna be updating it as well. And so if you'd like to get in, stay apprised of or be involved in the master plan update, by all means, take a look at our website, take a survey. There's some additional cards over there if you'd like to give them to other people. More voices is better.
Created mine a while ago when it first came out, so.
You said April 3rd was the next meeting for that.
April 10th.
No, for the
Oh, for the,
planning.
yeah, for the master plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's April 3rd and they're public meetings, so you're welcome to the meetings themselves. They're also available via Zoom. But yeah, we've had some great conversations. Seems like a good group. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any closing comments or notations or whatever?
Nope.
If not, a motion to adjourn is in order.
I'll motion.
I'll second.
It's 9 seconds. All those in favor say aye.
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 The ayes have it. Thank you all. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Everyone.